Ryan, 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It is Monday, April the 8th of 2024. It's 5:59 and 42 seconds, so we're a little early.
Right. Yeah, bonus time.
It's Rula, Ryan, Eric, Foster K, and Sam.
How we do it.
Eclipse Monday.
Oh, my God.
Eclipse Monday.
Oh, my God.
I saw like all these things last night on social media showing you like fast forward time lapse maps of how it's going to look across the United States and where it goes. And in Chile, everyone on the beach was like, "Oh my goodness, it's amazing!" And all
It's going to be interesting.
It's a cool drop. If you a listener sent me a YouTube clip from Dallas, 1979. I'll just play it here in a few seconds. It's just the beginning. I mean, you can see the whole video. It wouldn't do well on the radio.
Sure, of course.
Because it's interesting. They're at SMU, they're at SMU over there with the scientists from SMU. Here's just the beginning of the reporter from 1979.
If you missed today's eclipse, you'll have another chance in the year 2024. That's the year that Texas will see a total solar eclipse. This is Pat Couch, the Texas News.
Wow, they had to wait 45 years.
Yeah, they're showing everybody how the technology they were using to look at it. Had their telescope and stuff.
Now we have our little foil. Y'all got your little glasses?
Yep.
Got little foil glasses?
Where do you get
It's going to be
those?
cloudy today. I didn't even buy any.
It's going to be not only cloudy, it looks like 50% chance of storms.
Well, be careful because on the roads today, a study found that during the big eclipse in 2017, there was 31% jump in accidents.
Yeah, because people
so from 1 to 2,
people stop and look.
Yeah.
So here's how it
Is it too early
goes
to wear
down.
them now?
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah,
early.
yeah, that's a little weird.
You look a little silly right now.
But your eyes are safe. That's good.
What they're saying is it'll begin at 12:20 p.m. That's when the eclipse begins, and then the sun
12:20?
takes on a crescent shape, and then at 1:40 you get maximum coverage with only a tiny sliver of the sun visible, and by 3 o'clock the eclipse is finished. The sun returns to a fully visible circle.
And didn't you guys say there's cloud coverage?
Cloudy, and it looks like a 50% chance of some pretty serious rain.
Right when the eclipse happens.
Yeah.
Smack dab.
Now, they are doing something really kind of cool. Like if your kids are off today for some reason, Houston Museum of Natural Science is having a party, the Total Solar Eclipse Viewing Party, and that's going to
Is
be
it a total eclipse of the heart party?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they should do that.
Turn around.
They meet people.
What if we
should
just
have
play that
adults
song
do
all
that.
day? That's the only karaoke
Every
song.
now and then I get a little bit terrified. I see the look in your eyes.
Well, that's not the version we're going to play.
Good.
No.
Kevin's got a mix. He's going to play at like 7:40.
Yay!
Yes, all things eclipse, solar, lunar, night. I'm trying to think of all the words I could get in there.
That's what's going to be kind of cool looking, though, because, I mean,
Sun.
it's going to be middle of the day, and it's going to be dark.
Was there a song called I Love the Rainy Night?
Walking on the sun.
I have that one on there.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Smash Mouth.
Also,
There
I
was
was
a
like,
cheesy parody I saw in like one of these services that gives us audio. Somebody had a montage in that audio.
All the eclipse songs.
Walking on the sun or something like that. That was like 10 seconds ago.
also, I have Black Hole Sun.
Black hole sun. Oh, that's my Soundgarden. Do you know why I know this forever? Because fun fact, my first shift ever answering the request lines here for $5 an hour, that was the first request I took.
Really?
I want to hear Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. And I had to find it on the piece of paper and check the box.
Wow.
And I said, oh, okay, Black Hole Sun, Soundgarden. I never heard that song.
1996.
Was it 96?
Yeah.
Yep, 96.
Man.
That was the year alternative music kind of died
What?
on the radio.
Yeah.
No,
it was.
I'm just
because
saying
when
not,
the Fugees
it
Killing Me
died.
Softly got programmed here, Kevin, praise you, John Peake. It was the turnaround.
It was a crossover to the R&B takeover.
Killing Me Softly.
I
by
wasn't
the
mad about that.
Fugees. I know, it was so good.
Well, Top 40 was more rocky back in the 90s. And
Well, it was
then-
all
then
like
it went away.
Smashing Pumpkins and...
That got
Soundgarden.
That was 94. That's what I thought it was.
But it
94
was
is when it
one
came
of
out?
the older songs, I guess.
But it was like what they call
That was the
recurrent.
heyday, like when Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains, they were all hitting
94.
hard.
Yeah, the
94.
Seattle grunge scene.
What was that? There was a Pearl Jam song that had like a 50s vibe that got a lot of traction.
Last Kiss.
was like 99.
Where has my baby gone?
Yeah, it was like real 50s. I did not like that
It was a
song.
cover song.
I did
Nah.
not like that one.
Nah.
Did you see the thing, Sam?
There was one that says solar eclipse montage. It says cream.
No. It's below that or in front of it. I'll find it. It's so bad.
So today's solar eclipse, and some people have taken off so that they can go to the hill country so they can really get the best look at it.
Yeah, bring your umbrella.
I know, isn't Kevin Quinn going to be is he going to call in live from
He will be broadcasting
Kerrville.
live.
Yeah.
from Kerrville? And I hope the weather holds up. I hope we get some full essence of it if it's cloudy. I don't know how much that's going to affect it, because even if it's, well, listen, we've had some real dark days when it's just been catastrophic rain over here. We're like, oh, where's the sun? It's daytime, but it's not. No, there's a whole different effect. This is like nighttime because the sun gets covered up by the moon. So
That's a weird feeling, though. Like, in the middle of the afternoon, it's like nighttime.
well, they said, we were talking about this last week, and they said animals will take on their nocturnal behavior for the timeline of the solar eclipse.
Oh, yeah. It's not like they're wearing watches. They're
Right,
like,
they're
oh,
like, what is happening?
time to go to bed,
What
kids.
is happening? So I would just like to give a shout out to Papa's Barbecue right here at Guest Run Westheimer, because nothing wakes you up on a Monday morning
You could smell
and
that.
get out of your car and smell that brisket smoke.
It might not be brisket smoke.
Oh, yeah.
No,
there
it's
was
100% brisket smoke, but yes, I would like
There was
the
a
sun to
big
come up so I can
fire.
see what happened at this apartment complex. God bless them. Over the weekend, I think it was Friday night, Laura, who was on H-Town Live, was broadcasting the view of this radio station studio.
Looking out her
is
window.
Towards the Beltway, towards West Park Tollway, that direction. It's south.
looking south.
And so there's an apartment complex. There are many of them behind us, but the one that we look at every single day apparently went up in flames. Now it's too dark for us to see it, but I think 2 whole buildings went up in flames, and God bless all those people who live there. I don't know where they went to next. Like what happens when that happens
Their
to you
belongings.
if you don't have any friends or family, but it's too dark for us still to see. The glare of our computers is the view of these windows right now
That's
because of
sad.
the reflection.
It's very sad.
But it's
How many people have insurance?
Oh yeah, renter's insurance. Some
some people
spots require that, but I would imagine this spot
and
back here doesn't.
is the apartment complex itself on the hook for anything? Like, does the company reimburse you? Hey, everything I have
If
just
it was their
went
fault,
away.
they should, right? If it was like,
I bet it's in the fine print of every contract
Oh,
we've ever
I'm
signed with an
sure.
apartment that
There's
we
a
didn't even
way
realize is
out.
in
Not
there.
responsible
out.
Saying if somebody
for destroying your life.
decides to fry fish in the living
Absolutely.
room, it's not our problem.
Right.
Ryan's neighbor that had the hibachi.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
they were cooking the hibachi in
That was
their living room.
that was the famous story. So this is like I think 22, 23. I'm young DJ here in town.
I don't think I know this story. This is like one of the few stories
What?
that I might not know.
You might not know it.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
So I'm
Write this one down.
watching television over at my girlfriend's house, and they're doing a news report about a massive fire off Fry Road. And I'm like, hey, wait a second. That's my apartment complex. And I had to drive all the way out there. Some jackass literally had hibachi in his living room. He's cooking fajitas, and he burned down half the complex.
A hibachi
Oh my
is
God.
like
Yeah.
It's
like
open grill.
Benihana.
Like all our stuff smelled like
a
grill.
flat grill.
Grill.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so it's like, luckily, thank God, nobody was hurt, but a lot of people lost everything, and then everybody in that place, like the smoke damage, like everything I owned smelled like smoke.
Yeah, that's terrible. Well, I'm sorry if you've ever been affected by a fire. It's one of the worst things, because even if it didn't burn down, the smoke damage alone makes you have to move out. That's what we learned from our firefighter friends. And so I guess when the sun rises, we'll see. What do you got on text, Eric?
DQA question. I know it's not the end of the month, but it's about the eclipse. Everyone's talking about how don't look at it. It's very dangerous. But is it the same every day? If you look at the sun, is what they're asking.
know why.
I think it was because today we're all going to look.
Yeah.
No matter what. It's like when I was welding. I always had to have the mask on, or my dad would weld. They said, don't look at it. But
Yeah.
for some reason, you're like, I want to look at it. I want to look at it. I don't know why.
I want to
I don't have the welding helmet on or something, and you just stupidity. You look, and people are going to
I
get
did
really screwed up
see-
with their eyes. Like there's some name for it.
I don't know what the name is, but I saw something like, here's the
Doctors.
retina of a woman who looked at the eclipse in 2017 for 17 seconds or 6 seconds or whatever it was. I don't know. It says even when the sun is partially obscured by the moon, its rays are still strong enough to permanently damage your eyesight. But that doesn't answer why it's different today versus other days.
It
Because
says
every day you should look at it.
there's no safe dose of solar ultraviolet rays or infrared radiation. So there's no safe dose to look at.
Yeah, I don't know who told you it's worse today than
think
other
it's-
days.
Well, probably because when it's dark and your eyes are dilated.
We see all the news.
I guess, why, to Eric's point, Kev, to Eric's point, let's think about this. Every day you could look at it, you shouldn't look at it. But every day everyone's talking about how it's going to look. So when somebody says, wow, look at what this is going to look like, you want to look at it. And you're not supposed to.
Oh, listen to this. It
Someone
says,
looks at the sun for a prolonged amount of time, the UV rays can burn a hole in the retinal tissues, which is known as solar retinopathy.
ow. They say you shouldn't look at the eclipse through camera lens, phone, binoculars, or telescope. This is according to NASA.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
not
why would
even
you look
looking
at
through your
telescope?
phone.
God.
The telescope is really bad.
Yeah, the tissues of the retina are
It's
being
gonna
damaged,
magnify
even
it.
though you won't realize it. They say the burn damages the rods and the cones and can create a blind spot in the central vision.
How about
You're not supposed to look through your phone, so what, you can't record it?
It's going to burn up your phone.
I mean, unless you're going to do this, unless you're going to put your phone up and just get it, but not look at your phone while it's doing it, and then look at your phone.
And then it's safe
But
to
it
look
said
at
it would burn
Yeah,
out your
because
phone, too.
I don't. No.
Are you just saying that?
No, swear to God,
There's no way.
I saw something like, do
Burn
not
out your
look into this
phone?
statement from
That'd be the
NASA.
number one
Doesn't
thing
say
in our
anything.
prep would be
Yeah, your
iPhones.
Blowing up.
People
Yeah.
care more about their iPhones than they do their eyeballs.
This is from NASA.
You better back that up,
Yeah.
fact checker.
yeah.
I mean,
I those iPhones and droids
Don't
blowing
point
up.
cell phones directly at the sun while taking eclipse pics.
Brought to you
From
by
NASA.
National Enquirer.
Yeah, not to protect the phone, to protect your eyes.
Yeah,
because
it's
you're
not because
looking
the
at your
phone's going to
lens.
break.
You can use a proper solar filter to protect your phone just like you would for any camera. If you're planning to take pictures on Monday, NASA's here to remind you that your cell phone directly at the sun might come with some consequences.
Yes.
It's about the eyeballs.
Talk about your eyeball, not your
it
care for your
damages
phone.
it damages the image sensor inside of the phone if it's pointed at it for too long.
Because Apple will be all over that. Mm-hmm. Like, yes.
We can milk these people for even more money.
We'll get more.
Did you see that Apple is threatening their employees? You got to move to Texas.
Say it again.
Yeah,
Really?
Apple just wait a second. I got this story. It's 127 employees. They're in San Diego, and they said, "Well, you got until where is it? You got until the middle of April. Basically, here it is. It's 121 employees in San Diego. They have to move to Texas or lose their job. Most of the affected workers at Apple feel unwilling to relocate. It's going to be in Austin. This is according to Bloomberg
I mean,
News.
if they're going to, their job, business.
Well, that's just like any other job.
If they
Hey,
leave.
you work in oil and gas. We're going to relocate you to Singapore.
Yeah.
You don't want to go? We'll find somebody else. Bye.
Well,
Lucky
they all
they're
move
giving
to
them
the
an
same
opportunity.
thing.
You have a chance.
Yeah.
And you're going to sell your house for $2 million. You could buy one here for
Oh my
half
God,
a million.
yes. There's this thing on Instagram that got in my algorithms. I was looking at houses, and it says, here's what $300,000 can buy you in Texas. And y'all, it is this massive mansion. And then the comments like, where in Texas is that? Where nothing is around you? Yeah, maybe. But don't try and fake people out and tell them that's near Houston or Austin or something, because
That's
that's,
the
not
problem.
going to buy it for
If
you.
you're the type of person you just want to be out there and not around people. If
You
wanna
could
go
probably
to
get that
sporting
massive
events.
mansion for
I think I've reached that point.
I thought about that, but I don't know. I've lived that life. My first
Isolation?
20-some years of my life.
Growing up on a farm.
Yeah, being out there in the country. I enjoyed it, but I like being around people.
Does that mean also now that you are decide to be isolated in your high rise, it's more dangerous for you with the eclipse because you're closer to the sun?
Oh, yeah, I'll be right there.
Well, don't look up.
You're so close to the sun now, Eric.
I saw-
Wasn't that a movie? Don't
Yeah.
look up. Yeah.
look up.
Don't look up.
Just don't look up. All right, today
Don't
we have
put your
another
phone at it.
Another chance for you to score a trip to see Taylor Swift. We'll give you all the details of that. The CMT Awards happened last night, and it's kind of funny. I got to just share something that Jelly Roll did with he was on the mic a lot. He won a lot last night, but there was something
his
funny
teeth
he
look?
said. I didn't see
He
it.
got
I
new
didn't.
teeth,
I
so-
didn't.
Oh, you got new ones?
Yeah,
New
you got
choppers?
new
New white
veneers.
choppers, I bet.
We'll get you the weather and get you on with the show. Rule and Ryan Show Monday. Here we go.
Okay, so it does look like it'll make the 80s again today, but during the peak eclipse time, yes, there is a 50% chance of some pretty strong rain. Right now, 72 degrees and 612 on the Rule and Ryan Show.
From the big screen to the big house.
Rule and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, don't forget, today is the eclipse. I know we're not going to have the best weather, it seems, according to the report, like a little cloudy, but a lot of people are taking off school or work to try and drive to the hill countries. They get the best view possible.
A lot of schools are doing that today, too. They're just, as a parent, you have to sign a permission slip.
Yeah.
and
Oh, to let them out?
They're going to go out. I mean, they're going
Or to do, like,
Oh, okay.
somebody
Like
at my
science
kids' school
class or-
donated like the glasses for them to all go outside. And
Which, by the
look at
way,
it.
you do have to have the eclipse glasses. They're saying, please do not just wear regular sunglasses. Some people will stack 2 pairs of sunglasses, and they're like, no, that's not going to work. You have to have the
Just doing
protective
like
glasses.
people making their homemade COVID masks.
Oh,
They
yeah.
use the birthday hat, the cone, put a cotton ball on the end of it.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Oh, God, that's crazy. All right. Well, just a little program note. If you watch sports over the weekend, Iowa versus South Carolina happened, and South Carolina won the NCAA Women's Championship. Of course, a lot of people paid
Undefeated.
attention. Oh, were they undefeated?
Yeah, they didn't lose one game.
Through the
Gamecocks.
entire March Madness.
Whoa.
The whole season, they're 38-0.
Holy
Wow.
They were the best team.
So I was watching the
Obviously,
UConn
yeah.
Iowa game because Caitlin Clark is the name that everybody knows now because she's the most scoring player in the history of college ball. And I was out on Friday night with some friends, and the TV had it on. It was like the last 10 minutes, so we got, of course, and I was like, oh, yay, cool, this is on. And it was really an exhilarating game against UConn. But my friend was like, doesn't matter which one of them wins, South Carolina's going to mop the floor with both of them.
Yep.
And that happened. Caitlin scored 30 points, but they ended up losing in the end to, let me see, how much was it? It was 87 to 75.
It was closer than that, but
South Carolina to Iowa.
they had to try and foul, try the last 2 minutes. Like you're
Stop
down
the
by
clock.
down by 5, then all of a sudden you miss a 3,
The
and then you're down by
coach,
7.
You
And
just start drawing fouls like crazy.
South Carolina's coach, Dawn Staley, when she made the big speech as they won the championship, really gave a lot of props to Caitlin Clark, which was really great. Here's what she said.
And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport. She carried a heavy load for our sport, and it just is not going to stop here on the collegiate tour. But when she is the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, she's gonna lift that league up as well. So Caitlin Clark, if you're out there, you are one of the GOATs of our games, and we appreciate you.
Do you think that they'll ever
That's
have
cool.
a moment in
Classy.
time where a woman could actually be part of the NBA and not the WNBA?
I don't think they need to. They got their own league to.
Well, they do,
kick
but
butt.
what's to prevent? I mean, there's no rules that says you can't be a woman and play professional basketball, is there?
I don't know. Is
I'm
there?
sure there is a rule.
Maybe there is a rule
Otherwise,
if
I
they
feel
got-
like other women would have tried already.
Or guys would try that couldn't make it on.
Yeah,
To be on
because then
WNBA.
They're
what?
going to Greece and playing on a Greece team or
Right.
China.
Then you're going to
Right.
like guys
Or
going to
Italy.
the women's.
No, they wouldn't do that.
But then why is a
Well,
woman
then why
allowed to go
wouldn't-
to the men's?
Exactly.
She's got to be good both ways,
He's trying
right,
to
Chase?
let Ryan,
Yeah,
jeez.
I don't.
I'm not making rules. I'm just saying. They let girls into the Boy Scouts, but they didn't have Boy Scouts go into the Girl
Making this
Scouts.
political now. It's Monday.
Why you got to bring up
I'm not
questions like that? I
making-
got too much other stuff to talk about. Okay, Austin was the scene last night for the CMTs, and Jelly Roll was the big winner. He pretty much won everything. When he won Video of the Year, he was so beside himself after the night that he had, after the year that he's had ever since. If you don't know Jelly Roll's story, he was in jail. He was a drug dealer. He was at the bottom of the barrel of the bottom of the barrel of all things in this community and in this world. And who would have ever thought that you could rise up and actually create music that a record label would actually hook onto, or YouTube would hook onto, or radio would hook onto, and turn into this huge star and win all these awards. And he's supposed to be on CBS this morning with Gayle King today to talk about his big wins. But after he won Video of the Year, here's part of his speech. Listen to this.
Cody Johnson, I'm not going to tell you anything up here I don't tell you on the phone, but I love you, brother. You are my favorite cowboy forever, forever, and ever. And one of my best friends in the business. I love you. Kelsey Ballerini, you know what I think of you too, girl. You go, baby. My beautiful wife, Miss Bunny D. Ford, I am blessed to have you as a best friend. I am blessed to have you as a partner. You find beauty in broken things, and I love you. I'm fixing to come back out on this stage and set it on fire. It's going down. Gayle King, I'm going to be a little late in the morning because we're going to party, Austin. Let's go.
He's like, I'm going to be late. Because they're up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. She's got to do her show.
Oh, man.
At East Coast time. He's
Gayle
like,
King,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna be a
up.
little late.
He won for Video of the Year. He won for Male Performance of the Year and CMT Performance. Male Video of the Year, Video of the Year, and CMT Performance of the Year for Need a Favor. So he was very excited about that. Divorce news that snuck in there over the weekend. Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher, after 14 years of marriage, are announcing their divorce. It's not final yet. They're going through it. They said after a long tennis match lasting over 20 years, we are finally putting our rackets down. In 2023, we jointly filed to end our marriage. We have always prioritized our privacy and have been quietly working through this change. We forever share in our devotion and love for our children. We sincerely appreciate your respecting our family's wish for privacy.
Never seen anyone use tennis as a
metaphor
for divorce.
Yeah.
There's no love.
Oh.
No love 40.
Oh, 40 love.
Whatever it is.
Love.
Don't they use love in that name?
Is that why
When
they're
there's no
saying
points,
that?
it's
I
love.
want to know that. Do tennis
Yeah.
players, do they look down on pickleball players? People that play tennis?
I'm sure they
What
do.
are you doing this crap? That's nothing.
It's hot,
Just
though.
do 5 steps.
Here-
We are tennis players.
Here's how I know pickleball has gone to the top. I was at the Marshalls, and if you check out at Marshalls and they say, Next, register for. You're always in this huge line and you're like buying impulse stuff while you're standing in the line. When you get to the registers, if you look behind you, the wall behind is all these like temporary bags you can buy for 99 cents.
Yep.
You'll have puppies, or at Christmas it has like the truck with the trees in it, or Santa Claus's. It was pickleball bags. It was like bags like pickleball rackets and balls, all this pickleball stuff. I was like, all right, we've come to the pickleball bag now. That's how
popular
where our life is at.
My neighbor has that doormat that says, "I'm not home. I'm probably playing pickleball." I just see that every day. I walk by it and was like,
"Do you have to do like dill pickle shots in between the games to refresh your electrolytes?"
Yeah,
like the brine.
Right? How'd they come up with pickle?
I know. I think we tackled that once for DQA, or when we first started talking about that, but I don't have an answer for that. Let's find it right now.
Can't put your feet in the kitchen.
It's funny because on Cron.com on their front page, they've got a big story about all the pickleball bars in Houston.
The kitchen's in the front part. You can't put your feet in that
That's what it's called?
Yeah, that's why you got to stay back. Like you can't go up right to the net.
Yeah.
Trying to hit it really hard.
The kitchen. Stay at the kitchen.
I think Eric's secretly playing pickleball.
I want to play, but
Pickleball's been around
nobody to
since
play with.
1965.
I'll play
Are you
with you.
kidding me? Do y'all know this?
Yeah. It was made 60 years ago.
I had no
play,
idea.
Eric.
All right.
Find us a court.
Well, yeah, we'll do that for charity next year.
Hey there, Dave. Want to go
Pickleball.
Find us a court.
paddle some pickleballs here?
I wonder if they let you rent is it called a racket or a paddle? What's the term for the pickleball?
A packet.
Are you just making
paddle racket.
Put it together.
Paddle racket? I don't know what the term is.
It was
but I wonder
created-
if you're allowed to rent those.
I bet. Rent the racket or
Because if you go to a tennis
guess.
court, I don't think you're allowed to rent a
If you get a
bring your own
chance,
racket.
Yeah, you have to bring your own racket.
if you're bored today, type in the Holderness family pickleball
Oh, they were fun.
and
They
just
did
watch
one
their
too.
video
I haven't
because it
seen
starts
theirs yet.
off like, "What is this? That's so stupid. What are they doing?" They walk by, then let's try it, and then
They become
the
obsessed.
evolution is.
Well, here's why they call it pickleball. So the guy that invented it, they had a family dog named Pickles, and Pickles would come and grab the ball all the time.
Oh my
Is that
So they
really
call
it?
Pickleball. They say
That
that's
is so cute.
Yeah.
LeBron James, Stephen Colbert, Tom
There's several
Brady, they all
stories.
own pickleball teams.
It's
Well, hold on.
pickleball paddles.
paddles.
by the
Wait,
way.
Ryan, what's your
There's-
website for that? Because this one says that's not. the
There's like
story.
5 different stories. Says that's the lead story.
This
and
one
then-
says, why is it called pickleball? Joel
there's the
Pritchard's
boat
wife, who's
story.
one of the guys, because his two dads created, Joan, started to call their game pickleball because, quote, the combination of different sports reminded me of the pickle boat in Crew, where oarsmen were chosen from the leftovers of other boats. They named the game. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, it goes on about the dog.
This is like Raising Cane's. They named it after the dog.
Yes,
How
Kane's
cute.
the dog.
What kind of dog was Pickle?
I don't know. Does it say?
oh, it does. It was.
Good thing it wasn't a wiener dog. You want to play some wiener ball?
Hot dog
What's
ball.
a cockapoo?
Cocker Spaniel and a Multi-Poo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? No.
And a poodle.
A poodle. I'm sorry. Multi-Poo is Eric's dog. Cocker Spaniel is, Cocker Spaniel and Poodle. And if you get more Poodle, then you get Cocker Spaniel and you have curlier hair. Like Sebi, Eric's dog, you have a Maltese Poodle.
Yeah,
And he's got like flat
He doesn't.
hair.
Yeah, it doesn't get curly.
I have a Golden Doodle,
Those-
and she's definitely more Poodle than Golden
Yeah, looks
because
good.
she's curly.
Big old perm.
Now she looks like she has Ugg boots on.
Like I'm like failing my dog because I don't have a game like named after her.
I know I'm a loser.
Charlie
Dang.
Ball. The great
Misty.
Charlie Ball.
Misty ball.
Yeah,
Misty ball.
Someone texted
She
us.
does
never
love the
get it.
ball.
Someone says my mom hates pickleball because it's taking over her tennis courts.
Well, remember the
Oh,
noise?
okay.
People were suing over the noise.
Yeah.
There was
Very
some story
loud.
last year. Some guy lived in an apartment. He wanted to sue the pickleball players because the noise is so annoying.
They have a Lifetime Fitness by my house and big basketball court, and half that's gone now to pickleball.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Everybody wants to play that.
Well,
I wouldn't
You
be
gotta go
surprised
where-
if my gym eventually puts a pickleball court in because they have it for
Is there
what's the one that's in glass?
racquetball?
Racquetball.
Racquetball. So wouldn't be surprised if they are able to transform that into a pickleball court.
You go with what makes you the most money is what you do. It's weird when I drive by Bear Creek Park, which is where I played Little League as a kid. Most of those baseball diamonds are gone. They have like 1 or 2 left, but most of them are soccer fields now.
Oh, well, we come
Wait,
back this. Actually, we heard we might be able to play pickleball somewhere where we were Friday.
I know. I want to
Sam.
hear all about
Oh,
this.
cool.
Yeah.
Cambo was telling me he's
Still
thinking
have
about making a
bruises.
pickleball indoor court as well.
That's what I
that'd
was
be
thinking.
fun.
too.
Dan,
I
if you
was like,
combine it with paintball, that'd be really fun.
Oh, yeah.
ouch, no
In the
way.
kitchen. Bam, bam, bam,
pickles.
bam, bam, bam.
Pickle paintball.
Yeah, so Sam and I were doing a charity event for Texas Children's at Splatzone, and Kevin and Ahmad showed up, and we played, and you got to hear what happened to Sam. If not, just go to Bruce Eric. You'll see a photo.
There's
Sam
no
Gibbon and
audio.
Bruce Eric, you'll see.
Is there audio of the pain?
No,
Kevin
thank
came
goodness.
prepared.
I'm glad we weren't mic'd up.
Kevin wore jean shorts.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Jorts,
You're
leave
so
us out.
serious.
We will discuss next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE. Back to the Rule and Ryan Show.
I love it.
Friday is always a fun day, but this past Friday was extra fun for the gang here on the Rule and Ryan Show when it came to following through with a Texas Children's Hospital charity event that we all were really excited to support in December. We were promoting it like, hey, bid on all these experiences with all the KRBE personalities, and the one that Sam and Eric put up was about paintball.
Now, a lot of you guys put stuff up to, hang out. We'll paint together. We'll drink. We'll make food for you. This one, hey, we'll come out and you can shoot us. Paintballs.
Yes, accurate.
So
We got put a lot of
Splatzone
paint into
is
this.
an indoor paintball facility, and it's off Hempstead, correct?
Yep.
Is it Hempstead
Yep.
Highway? Yes.
It runs parallel with 290.
It's
Okay,
really
got it.
easy to find.
Like
It's
Spring Branch
like
area.
22,000 square feet. It's huge inside. They have even a bar.
Yeah, the railroad tracks go up and down Hempstead Highway, and it's right there next to Neon Boots, where I love to go country line dance.
You didn't take us there,
Splatzone,
Kev.
and
We
then
missed
Neon
it.
They even have an indoor, it's like with black lights and stuff, so it's like glows in the dark.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
with
fun.
jelly balls,
balls.
which is much softer.
Yeah.
They
I
don't,
love that.
They don't break on you
Like
like
little
the
pistols, you just
paintballing.
push it down. It shoots them. You see them flying.
That one does not
They glow in
hurt.
the dark.
That's fine.
That's bad.
So how many people joined y'all for this event? that one did not hurt.
But 15, 20 of us, I lost track.
Yeah, there's a lot of people and a lot of young folks too. And this one young lady was like, and she told me about 5 times, I'm the one who got you. I'm the one who got you a couple times. I got you.
They brought all girls.
They were like 8 and 10 years old, these young girls.
Oh,
and
really?
I was obsessed with them because I was like, this is how I would have been at 8 and 10. Like the one got shot in the throat. She didn't even cry. The other one got shot in the head because you wear this face mask that protects your face. But
saw
it does
those
not
pictures, yeah.
The back
protect
of your
top
head is
like the
exposed?
top of your head. So if it goes right over, like sometimes it'll hit your mask and then shoot over and hit you in the head. The other girl got hit in the elbow. Like they
Oh,
were
yeah.
just champs.
The funny
Yeah.
bone.
It was one game. It was like Sam and I were on the same team. Ahmad was on the other team.
Yes.
And at that time, Kevin was watching Santiago.
Yeah. I think it was like the first
And
round.
they go, okay, you got to put your gun, you got to touch the barrel on this base.
Okay.
When 10 seconds. It's almost like the voices comes out of nowhere. 10 seconds. Boop, boop.
It's really
It's like,
intense.
oh, crap. It's on.
Your
All of a sudden,
heart starts
Since
racing.
it started, that team must know what they're doing.
Yes.
Shauna's husband, the one that Michael, he's like 6'3", and the other guy is a cop.
He was.
He's like 6'2". They just reached up, and they're like, shoot. I was like, I got shot. I didn't even get
over, and we
Oh
like
my
had
God.
to drop to the ground
I
to
got
try
shot in
and
the
like
ass
run.
twice. I'm still sore right here.
If you get hit in paintball, are you out?
Yes.
Or-
Yes.
That's why I didn't
Yes.
get my gun. As soon as I got my gun,
Your gun wasn't even out
I
the
looked up, I
base
saw
yet. You
shoot-
got shot.
So you didn't get to retaliate.
I just look up. I'm like,
You're immediately out.
I turn to the
Eric
right
gets
to run. All of a sudden, I
nailed.
go, bam, 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 my ass. I'm like, I'm out.
So then what happens? You have to wait to the next round?
Yeah.
You
Or-
have to go behind this netting.
Okay.
But like you put your hands up and you put your guns up to
But they
say
still
like
shoot you.
I'm out. They still shoot
Oh, no, I was
you.
still shooting you.
I still was getting shot after I already got hit.
Where
I
was the
like,
most
"I'm
painful?
out."
What was the most painful place you guys shot?
I got shot in the nip, and I showed Sam and
You were wearing
I
clothes
was
though, right?
laughing.
You weren't
yes,
shirtless.
yes.
There was protective vests, and none of
We
the
didn't wear
adults
those.
wore the. Well, we didn't. Our group did not
Yeah.
wear the vest.
Probably should have.
I mean,
Shut
it
up.
wasn't that bad. Of course, it left a bruise for a day, but I mean,
Straight to the boob.
yeah, it's fine. I got over it. I had the biggest welt on my knee and a huge explosion of a ball.
And you're wearing jean shorts?
I
Why
was
would
because
you wear
after
jorts?
He wasn't going to play. He was just there to watch.
Oh, just to
He
watch.
was
Yeah.
helping me watch
Okay.
Santiago because I didn't want to leave him at daycare all day.
And then I
So then
saw
who
how
was watching
I saw how
Santiago
fun
while
it was.
he
Oh, Booster. Booster was
He
there too.
was.
Here,
we put him
Santiago,
in-
you sit here
he's
by
a
yourself
shield.
now.
No, he's fine.
And then-
Uncle
and then-
Kevin's gonna get in the game.
And then her husband came, so I was able to go in and participate. But the kids came after me so quickly. I lasted maybe 3 minutes of
They
the
were-
game, y'all. I was like, I'm down,
The
still.
best part, then you switch sides, and all of a sudden, our own teammate, she shot Sam.
She's like, I thought you were on the
took
other
on
team. I was
friendly
like, I
fire?
am facing the same way as you.
Because she got shot by, almost shot by her husband. Her husband was
The husbands were doing headshots on their wives.
Oh my God.
And like aiming for them.
And that girl all she saw was her husband was wearing black. And she got.
I was like, I have a long ponytail. You
saw-
can't miss it.
She saw Sam in black, so she just got scared.
Like literally where Eric is, to me, that's where she shot me.
Oh, she's almost point blank.
And that looked like a nipple on your.
It did.
On your
It made
back.
its own nipple.
My uncle texted me. He's like, "Is that a picture of your nipple on your Instagram?" And I was like, "No, it is a word."
I know. I tried showing my wife that. She's like, what is this photo?
Let me see. Is it still? Hold on.
And in case you're just joining us,
was it a post?
Is
No,
this
it
your
was a legit
stories?
post. It was a legit post.
Okay.
this is
Okay.
Splatzone, by the way.
So there's my elbow,
Paintball.
right?
Yeah. Okay, you
Elbow
still
one,
have a little bit
elbow
of one.
Okay, the one in the back.
All right, let's see.
Sam is showing us her paintball wounds.
Oh yeah, I see that
It's a lot
one.
smaller now,
maybe
though.
if you
Yeah,
double
totally.
up if you double up on your clothes, maybe it won't leave as big a mark. But really, it does not hurt that bad.
It just.
That does not look like a nipple.
Well,
I mean,
he
a little
said
bit,
it looks
isn't
like
it?
it may have poked through. That's slim
Looks
given.
painful.
No, it doesn't hurt.
So
No.
it was like very quick pain. It
If
was
you're
like
just-
someone like snapping you with a rubber band and then went away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're just tuning in, Sam and Eric are talking about their Splatzone excursion with some very generous listeners who paid to shoot them in paintball.
This looks like a
At
lot of fun.
Splatzone on Hempstead
Jana,
Highway in Spring
She was with
Regis.
us, so I've bonded with her. We went to the Bahamas with her. She won one of our giveaways.
That's awesome.
When we all went to the Bahamas back in 2017.
Yeah.
And then we did this. I'm like, boy, we hung out in the Bahamas. Now we're shooting each other with paintballs.
Just hanging out.
And as we were saying
It's
on
really
Friday,
cool,
if you go to Splatzone's website, you can see how you can book private parties or birthday parties or work team
They made,
building
like,
events.
Little camps too, like for the summertime. You're always thinking of what can I do for my kid.
Right.
And we had two professionals help us teach us how to paintball. Like they went through the whole process because I've never personally
'Cause
gone.
at first we had a contest, like our team against theirs, like who's the fastest, run down
And learn
shoot
how to
this
shoot the
target.
game and-
That's when I
yeah.
got shot the first time. The little kid was
In practice.
I was over, just hit the button. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm like, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, what the?
It says here is for ages 5+. Walk-in players are welcome. No experience required. Splatzone Indoor Paintball. You can go to splathouston.com. Rain or shine. It's a state-of-the-art air-conditioned park. You can book a party, book an excursion.
The impact
It's really
is-
fun.
They lower the impact on those for the indoor. They have an
Yes.
outdoor one you can
They
play,
do.
and that's with
A little bit more firepower.
Yeah,
And
they
they-
let you shoot the professionals' guns. The kids are loving
I think
that.
I was taking a sip of my beer.
I know I was
going
going to say they have beer,
I took a
which
break.
really
Yes.
helped.
And there was food, and it was nice AC'd, and then like there's like a center, in the middle where it would say for a baby. Like
So would
it's
you
not
guys
too
go out?
loud. It wasn't too crazy. There was no chance
Were
of him
you
getting
sore
hit.
after, like you did a workout, like the next day? You're like, oh man, why am I sore there?
I'm
you know,
just-
you work out muscles you don't usually work out.
I wasn't sore
Like,
in
I'm
that
sore
aspect,
there.
just where I got shot.
Okay.
Would
My-
you guys
like,
do
it just
this
feels like a bruise.
again? Because I would
yeah.
love to go do
Yes.
this with
You
you
should have
guys.
joined
Yes.
us.
I couldn't. Mango, my dog, is like not doing well right now, so I could not leave her side the whole weekend.
It was a blast. It was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you
It's
had a
kind
good
of
time.
it's kind of scary at first because you're like, I don't know what to expect.
Right. You just need to get the first hit.
Yeah,
And then you
once you
can-
get shot once, you're like, oh, that's it.
I would now that I've done it a couple times. I want to go and practice because there's so many ways these shooters can come at you. If I think if I knew that course better and how to duck and cover a little bit better, then I would have made it at least another minute.
I didn't do too well.
Duck and cover.
For KRBE's Roland and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All righty, here's what you need to know about the Eclipse in Houston today. First of all, Houston Museum of Natural Science is inviting people to go to the total solar eclipse viewing party. That's on the Front Plaza Sundial and the Burke Baker Planetarium. That event kicks off at 10:30 this morning, so you can enjoy the spectacle with crafts and activities. And they've got discounted admission to Totality over Texas. So here's how it plays out. Astronomers will be on hand to answer questions at 12:20 this afternoon. That's when the eclipse begins. The sun takes on a crescent shape, and then at 1:40, maximum coverage. Only a tiny sliver of the sun is visible, and then at 3:01 p.m., the eclipse finishes with the sun returning to a fully visible circle. However, the weather looks like it's going to be cloudy. It does look like a chance of rain. They're saying eclipse glasses are needed to protect your eyes if you want to look at the eclipse. Regular sunglasses are not going to cut it. So do not look at the solar eclipse. Man, I'm telling you, Blanco is just great. Ronel Blanco, he threw a no-hitter against the Blue Jays, and he followed it up with 6 innings of one-hit ball against the Rangers.
He had like what
in his second start.
The record for like 50-some players in a row that didn't get a hit since 1968 or something.
Wow.
Right at the
Whoa.
beginning. That's crazy. This guy's come out of nowhere.
Did we win?
Thank God we need him because
Oh, good, we won last
Verlander
night.
played for the Space Cowboys.
Yeah, for his first post-injury.
Not great.
I mean, I know it's just for him to get back in the rhythm.
Yeah,
He doesn't care what happens, but still. Oh.
Well, that's why you have practice.
Yep.
We're paying a lot.
We won 3-1 yesterday,
right.
but was it Saturday night or Friday night? It was Friday.
Friday night, they lost 10-0.
Okay, so then it was Saturday night.
It would have been a great day yesterday because then.
Where we could have won, but we didn't.
Like I said, Astros won. Rockets were up by 22 points. And then the final few seconds were up by 3 with like 14 seconds left, say. And we had to shoot 2 free throws. All we had to do is make one of the 2. Missed both. They went down instead of fouling them. They let them shoot, and they tied it, and then they destroyed us.
So the final score, Mavs 147, Rockets 136.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Like, dang it, so close.
Powerball, well, they got a winner. Not in Texas, though.
Of course not in Texas.
Oregon won a jackpot worth more than $1.3 billion yesterday.
And most importantly, congratulations to Cody Rhodes, who is now the WWE Undisputed Champion. Beating Roman Reigns.
That's the most important in your world, for sure.
Hell yeah. Yes. It was the best 5 minutes because The Rock showed up, The Undertaker showed up, John Cena showed up.
On WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Did you tell me like John Cena took his hat off and you're like, ooh, he's bald?
Yeah, you didn't realize how.
You guys in the hair shape.
But you don't realize because in the movies he's got a thick
head of hair.
It's like
they're spraying it in.
But he's so freaking good. It's like something like that can give you so much emotion, especially when you're a kid and you watch something back in the day, like the Attitude Era with The Rock and The Undertaker. All these guys I grew up watching, and they showed up at the end. So good.
Well, think about it. They're all great actors. I mean, think about how many wrestlers turned acting.
Saturday and Sunday night. It was 2 nights. That's why my wife was like, all right, guys, we're at 6 o'clock. See you later.
Bye.
Going up into the movie room
for 3.5
hole.
hours, 4 hours.
Lock that door and shut it down.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
I know we.
I want to talk about the eclipse because we could usually do Look at Me Now, but today is a pretty big day. This has not happened since what, 1974? They said the next time it's going to happen. Oh yeah, 1979.
1979.
It's going to be 2024. When's the next time it's going to happen? Like 3024? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. When is the next time? And how do they even figure that out? I'm like, that's how dumb I am. I can barely work a microwave, and these people know how to tell us
all the
when it's
basics you
coming
need
back.
to know about the eclipse today, including why you're not supposed to be looking at it. I know.
Or driving your car from 12 to 2. Just don't drive.
If you have a hawk as a pet in your home, why you should make sure it's caged.
Hey, come on over here, Fido.
Your falcon
Cage
starts
your
acting
hawks?
crazy. It's going to peck your eyeballs out. Okay, we'll be back next on The Rule and Ryan Show.